Hello and welcome. I am Scrapperlock, and this is City of Heroes on the private servers. We're once again on Everlasting with my main alternate character, Liberty Lass, who has now been, at least in the Discord, approved to be my official alternate character on the supergroup. I still haven't been joined into the United yet, but hopefully that'll happen in the next few days. In the meantime, Liberty Lass, who's level 6, is going to do something I didn't do with my Scrapper, who is my main character, if you've been watching the Martial Arts Super Reflex um, channel or playlist. So what we have here is, right next to Architect Entertainment, in fact, I believe, is here in the map, the Hollows. This is a zone I did not go to with Silver Phoenix because I was doing other story arcs, but there are story arcs in this zone. It's sort of a pseudo-hazard zone. It's kind of like the new style hazard zone, sort of like Striga Island, Fault Line. If you've been watching my series, you may have seen that. And we are in the Hollows. And if you start with this police officer over here, he'll give you a quest, and then we can go from there. I just want to respond because the Black Beast is asking, how can you guys talk on Iconic on your alts? I can't seem to be able to, and I'm going to respond. It is a global channel, so once you join it with your global handle, you should be able to talk on it always. And I spelled the word global wrong. Alright, so we're going to talk to David Wincott, and he has available missions. He says a lot of the worst violence in the Hollows happens right in Cherry Hill. This is again showing the New Jersey. Somebody in the developer team was from New Jersey, maybe Warwitch, who created a lot of these zones, because Cherry Hill is another area in New Jersey like Bricktown. So, it's where the trolls and the outcasts most frequently clash over territory. So this is going to be fun. If it's trolls, they have smashing resistance. If you stick with me, you'll need to go up against both groups. Your first assignment, should you choose to accept it, is to hit the streets, put the hurt on the outcasts. We need to create a buffer between them and the trolls. Okay, so we got to defeat 10 outcasts. Yeah, I have, and it even shows up in the channel options, but when I type in it, nothing happens. Not sure what to say about that. I just use my bind to talk here. Alright, so now we're going to look for trolls. I keep expecting flight to be up here. Let me go and try putting it up here and see how that works. So we got to look for outcasts. Those are Hellions. Skulls. Need to make a bind with skulls. Lost. Trolls, skulls. These guys look like outcasts. Here we are, outcasts. Not too bad. Oh, are they going to attack me? Okay, well. Have at thee. Or whatever. For freedom. For life and liberty. We're not even supposed to fight these guys, but they attacked me, so here we go. Alright. Now, outcasts. You and me, guys. Let's dull pain. And pound them. I did that because we needed some healing, and I figured there's 4 of them, so they're going to be doing some damage to me. space after any dollar sign. This looks pretty good. I don't need to change the inspirations. Alright. 6 more to go. And the beauty with flight... Gosh, I'm not sure. Maybe I want to put flight over here. I'm just not sure where I want to put it. I can't remember where I used to keep flight. Oh boy, this is going to be one heck of a spawn. Let's try to find a slightly smaller spawn here. We don't have our good tanker powers right now. You know. There's outcasts. This looks like just white. Okay, that looks good. Here we go. We have dull pain, so we shouldn't have a problem. It'll still be in effect for another 30 seconds or a minute or so. Alright, that's good. 2 guys down. We got 4 more to go. I'm gonna say I do basically the same thing, but leave off the level and AT. I'm gonna say once I get LL onto the SG, we totally need to have all the red, white, and blue characters team up. Alright, so we need 2 more outcasts. See if we can find them. It's much easier to do this sort of searching from the air. And there's one big advantage that the oh, that's a huge spawn. It's one big advantage that flying characters have over super jump. And here we go. We don't need that accuracy, so I'll go ahead and down it. Gain 2 bars just from beating these guys up. And also getting the mission XP, I guess. No, doesn't look like mission XP, so I guess not. Alright, so now we can go back to Wingot. And we've created our buffer zone. So we can be introduced to a new contact, Meg Mason. And we can ask for available missions. And Officer Wincott versus the Trolls, so we got a story arc. So I want to do this zone rather than the other stuff, because we've seen the other stuff on Silver Phoenix, and I'd like to do some different content. So, Officer Wincott versus the Trolls. After seeing you go toe-to-toe with the Outcasts, I think you're ready for the big leagues. The Trolls. The Outcasts are pesky, but the Trolls are the real tamale. They're tough, liberty last. They're tough, and they're brutal. I make no bones about it. I don't like the Trolls, and I am out to make sure that they don't like me. If you're willing to, I'd like you to take a few Trolls on in this area. So now we're going to go defeat 10 Trolls. Okay, so now we're going to find Trolls. Who's that? Oh, that's Meg Mason. That's the Lost Skulls. There looks like there's some Trolls there. That's quite a number of them. Let's see if we can maybe find a few fewer. Here we go. How about this? Oh. Well, we've aggroed a bunch of them. It's a good thing we're a tanker and we have dull pain. Oh, here we go. Look at them all coming over here. And this is where you need invincibility. We might have to flee from these guys. We'll see. We have our sturdy on. We've got a lot of damage resistance. Now, this is something that, on a reflex scrapper, probably would have killed us. But this tanker can probably take it. We'll see. We may need to use all our inspirations here. Try to do damage a little bit faster. Just use everything. We still might die. Or have to flee. I don't like fleeing as Liberty Lass, but... we might get him. Our health bar is turning yellow. I think we got this, guys. Look at that. We defeated like 7, 8 trolls at once. Here we go. Endurance is holding up nicely because of no toggles. And there were people who used to try to do toggleless, you know, like a toggleless version of invulnerability where all they did was take resist physical damage, resist elements, resist energies, the non-toggles, and play it that way. And then basically try to get unstoppable permanent. So the idea was they got permanent haste. So they took the haste power and they just did what's called perma-haste, perma-unstoppable. So they made it so that haste recycled before it was before it dropped, and so they were permanently hasted, and then they could be permanently unstoppable, because that's like a really good power that makes you very hard to kill for a short time. It's supposed to be a panic power, but they made it permanent. Now that caused Hasten to get nerfed, because you weren't really supposed to do that. I'm gonna move this one over. Alright, let's go back to Wincott. Actually, we can call him, so let's give him a call. And let's move up so that they don't bother me. He says, outstanding, not only did you keep the trolls from attacking those outcast hideouts, but you found an important clue. The list of outcast hideouts really should help us reclaim Cherry Hills. And now, thanks to your work against these troll raiders, we've got a location on 2 outcast hideouts. The first is an office the outcasts have been using to store arms. It's led by a shocker who calls himself the Electric Eel. The second is an abandoned office led by a brick known as Bedrock. Intelligence thinks it's likely that Bedrock has a number of dangerous artifacts squirreled away there, so recover them. Alright, so we're going to have to do both of these, it looks like. So we may do one this episode and the other the next episode, but one of the things we need to be clear about, what was I thinking about now? Oh, yes, we need to make sure that we have solo bosses, but no AVs. Okay. So now we're going to head over here. Unfortunately, flying is a good deal slower than super jump, although it is a good deal safer. I mean, that's sort of the trade-off that you make, is safety versus speed, right? The least safe is super speed, where you have to run down all the streets. And the safest is flight. Teleport's quite safe too. You just teleport up and then just teleport straight across before you drop. It's just a little bit of a pain because you have to constantly keep clicking. But that's a cool power too. I haven't done that with any of my characters yet. So you can see there was some damage done to this area, much like Fault Line. Right? Look at that. Okay. Defeat all outcasts in the base, so that means we gotta find everybody, and we have to defeat the brick, or whoever is the boss. Tiny hairs in the back of your head stand up. Oh, this is the electric eel that we have to fight. And I hear a glowy. And there is a lieutenant. Okay, so we've taken care of him. Let's go ahead and add a little damage to our attacks. Missing just kills you. Okay. Let's jump down. Nothing down here? Alright, go back up. Four weapons caches. There's one. And there is another brick guy. Still doing a little bit of extra damage until the red thing, the rage fades. We don't really need the blue, so I'm just going to go and eat it. Got enhancement. Range, we really don't need that. Let's head up. I hear another glowy. Very close. And there's Match. So these guys are named after their abilities. So the bricks are strong, the matches have fire, like that. The volts have electric powers and so forth. Where is that glowy? I hear it over here, very strongly. I don't know. I'll have to come back and find it. I see bad guys, and we have to defeat them also. This is a defeat all mission. I don't know where that glowy is because it's very loud over there. Oh, so I'm not really sure. It was over this side, right? No, maybe it was the other side? I hear it very loudly over here. I don't know where the heck it is. It should be like right here. Well, guys, we might be in a bugged mission. I don't know. Oh, there it is. Good lord, how stupid am I? Alright, we got it. Yeah, it used to be that sometimes the glowies would end up stuck in a wall. and then you just couldn't get them. But obviously that was not the case here. Let's see. Want to go up. And, whoops. Over here. There we go. I'm not very good with flight indoors, as you could see. Hover, I'm okay with, but regular flight indoors, I'm terrible at. Okay, so now we got yellow cons. This is going to take a while because we don't have good, strong attacks the way a scrapper does. Oh. Got caught by a patrol, looks like. Time to dull pain. Yeah, I don't use dull pain the way the AI does. When the trolls are using dull pain, they wait until their hit points are way down here and then they use it, or the freak shows. Yeah, I don't usually do that. I usually do it early, like I just did. Oh, the bad guys are over here. I do it early so that I get a nice amount of max hit points all the way up, rather than waiting till it comes here, then it heals up to here. Your max goes way up, but you're still only got this many hit points. So and there he is. Alright, so let's take this guy out first. I have no defense against stuns, so if he stuns me, I'm screwed. If we can do some extra damage, he's a boss, so this is going to be painful. We're going to need every single enhancement, inspiration that we have, because we don't do a lot of damage, but we should have him now. There we go. I think there's one more weapons cache over there. Not bad. Alright. It's interesting that these missions don't seem to give mission XP, which is interesting. Not that I care, but it's very interesting that they don't. Alright. Oh, we gotta fight. We gotta go to the second base. Alright, guys. Let's go ahead and do that. This was a short mission, so hopefully it'll be short and this won't make the episode too long. Man, look at that. The whole road is like falling away. That's really cool. Like, who's living in these apartments where the lights are on? Could be crazy enough to live here. Like, look at... Does it say open? ATM? I mean, like, who's gonna operate an ATM over here? That's really funny. Reservoir, it looks like. Oh, I got a little too close to one of them. So I don't want to overdo this episode, so I'm going to actually stop right here and I'll start the next episode immediately. So if you want to watch, just move to the next episode and he'll see you inside.